Okay, so here's how it works. Let's say I have these two numbers. Do y'all remember how many bits y'all had to add on your lab? Just a 2-bit number? Okay, well, I'm going to do a 4-bit number for an example. Okay, and I have my sum, which currently is going to sit at 0, 0, 0, 0. So I am going to shift each of these to the right, and when I do that, I get out the last digit, and then what I'm left with is the rest of the numbers. So I separate out the last digit, I add those together, and I hold on to the carry if there is one, and then I shift this in to the sum. So I've got the sum, so I shift it in a 0, so you don't really see that last 0 just kind of went away. Okay, so now I'm going to add together the next two, which 1 plus 1 is 0, and I have a carry, which is a 1. And I shift that in to this one. So now I'm shifting, you can't tell that I'm shifting it in, but I'm pushing everything to the right. And then the last 0 that was on there gets removed. And I have this 1 that I'm carrying to my next one. Oh, these are all going to be zeros. Great. Let me change my numbers. I'm going to change this to a 0 and this to a 1. So now I'm going to, these numbers, I shifted those 1s out to do my last addition. Now I'm going to shift again, and I'm going to shift out, and I'm going to get this 0 and 1 left. And I still have, in A and B, I still have a 1 and a 1. I'm going to add these together. Oh no, I changed it to a 1. I have a 1 and a 1. And add those together with my carry. And 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1. And so I take that and I shift it in. So now I have 1, 0, 0, 0, and I shifted a 1 out. I had a 1 to carry, and then I take that and I add that to my last ones. So I have 1, a 0, a 1 plus the 1 that I carried gives me a 0, and I carry the 1. I shift this 0 in, and I picked two numbers that were too big to add together with 4 bits. And so I did just a absolutely terrible example, and I apologize for that. Let me try again with a better one. Let's see. I have let's try these, and I'll do a better job this time. Okay, so this time I shift these to the right. So I get 0, 1, and 0, 1, and then I've shifted out a 0 and a 1. Those are the two that I add together. I get a 1. I shift that into my sum. So now from my 0, 1, and 0, 1, I shift them, and I get out a 1 and a 1. I'm left with a 0 and a 0. I add together my 1 and my 1, and I get a 0 with a carry that I'm going to hold on to, and I shift that 0 into my sum. And now I take my 1 and 0 and 0 and add those together, and I get 1, and I shift that into my sum, and I get 1, 0, 1. And if you look, that is what you would get by adding these two together. Now, the way this works with your finite state machine is it depends on what state you're in as to what if you have a carry in or a carry out. So I have two states. I have G and I have H. And G means your carry in is 1, and 8 0, your carry in is 0, and H means your carry in is 1. This would be my reset. So if A and B are both 1, then my sum is 0, and my carry is going to be 1, so I'm going to switch to state S. If A and B are both sorry, that's not right. If I'm in state H, meaning I had a carry in of 0, then if A and B are both 0, then my sum is going to be 1 because I had a carry in of 1, and I'll go to state G because I won't have a carry. If I'm in state G and A and B are 0 0, so this means I didn't have a carry, are 0 0, 0 1, or 1 0, I'm going to stay in state G because I don't have a carry. Now my sum is going to be 1 if I had a 0 or a 1, a 0 and a 1, and 0 if I had two zeros. If I had a carry and I get either a 0 1, a 1 0, or a 1 1, with any of those, I'm going to stay in state H because I'll have a carry. And if I have a 0 1 plus a carry, my sum is 0. If I have a 1 0 and a carry, my sum is 0. And if I have a 1 1, my sum is 1. So that is your state diagram for your adder, and that's just taking the bits that you shifted in or shifted out. So you get those last bits and you give them to this finite state machine, and it's going to do these things to them, and it'll output the sum. But that means that the sum that you see on your basis board is not going to be complete until it's done doing all of the adding, because it can't, it'll be shifting along. And that'll only make sense once you start looking at the code. Okay, so what was your what did your lab say? Like how many bits? More or Mealy type? More type. Okay. So what I just did was that More or Mealy. That was Mealy. So if we're going to do More, we're going to have 4 states. So we'll have my G states are you don't have a carry, and my H states are you have a carry. And I'm saying that my G0 is my reset. So I'm at my reset. And let's say I get a 0, 0. Where do you think I'm going to go from there? If I had a 0, 0 at my reset. Yeah. And does it make sense that my sum would be 0 there? Sure. Okay, now, if I get a 0, 1, what's my sum?
1.
Do I have a carry?
No.
No. So these right here are no carry. And these are carry. This is sum equals 1. And this is sum equals 0. So if I get either a 0, 1 or a 1, 0, then I'll go to that second state there that has no carry and the sum equals 1. Where am I going to go if I'm at reset and I get a 1 and a 1? What's my sum?
0.
And do I have a carry?
Yes.
Yes. So where is that on this graph?
Would it be in the bottom right?
That sum is 1 and with a carry.
Oh.
So this is sum is 0 with a carry.
Oh, okay.
So this would be if I have a 1, 1. Okay, so I'm going to now start with, I did my 4 options for my reset state. I'm going to do 4 options for one other state, and then I'm going to pause the video for a minute and let y'all see if you can figure out what the options are for the other 2 states, and then we'll check them. Okay, so which state would y'all like me to do? Sum is 1 with no carry, sum is 1 with a carry, sum is 0 with a carry. Sum is 1 with a carry. Okay, so sum is 1 with a carry. All right, so I have a carry, and my previous sum was 1. I don't know what my next sum was, but I have a carry, and I get a 0, 0. What's my next sum going to be? I have a carry, and I get a 0, 0. It's going to be 1. Am I going to have a carry? No. If I have a carry and I get either a 1, 0 or a 0, 1, what's my sum going to be? The 0 will have a carry. Yes. If I have a carry and I get a 1, 1, what's my sum going to be? And will I have a carry? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video for a minute and see if y'all can figure out what the arrows are going to be for the other 2 states.